Hey guys, it's Tanya from My Fancy Design Shop, and today I'm going to go over my plaid set in Procreate. This set comes with 15 brushes with 3 different plaid designs with brush pens so you can get the thick and thin lines, monoline brushes, as well as seamless brushes so you can get a really cool plaid background like you can see here. I'm just going to go over some fun tips and tricks on how to use these brushes and to manipulate the colors. So pretty much I want to just show you that with these brushes, let me just grab the plaid one and we'll pick this color here. If I just do a letter, you can see in some areas it's the same color almost as the background. And that is because that area is transparent. So if I turn the background color off, you can see all the areas that are almost transparent and the opacity is pretty low. That's how I was able to get the textured effect. Now to change that color, what you would just need to do is change the base of the lettering. So just an example, if I had a black background, you see the difference? You can see now that those little areas are darker, gives the lettering a different effect versus if it was lighter. Now to get that, let's see, this black and red design, what you would need to do is I have my color black. I am just going to use a regular brush pen and we're just going to letter a word. Let's just do love. It's my go-to word lately. And what you want to do is add a layer above it, click on that layer, hit clipping mask, grab the color red, and now what you're going to do is grab one of the seamless brushes. And what you can do now is you can either use your Apple Pencil or you can even use your finger. Sometimes that's easier, and color right over it. Any of the seamless plaid textures will work, like if we use the gingham one. And there you go. And what's great about this is if you don't like the color, if you don't like the plaid design on it, it's on its own separate layer, so you can just redo it. But that's how you can work with the colors. Same thing as if we change the base color. Let's do a blue. And we wanted to change this color to maybe like a purple. Then you have that fun color. So you see the purple kind of popping through right here and changing your base color just a little bit. So that is the way to just manipulate the colors of the plaid brushes, is to use a regular brush pen as your base lettering, adding a clipping mask and using one of the seamless brushes to just color over it. So the same thing goes with this effect. Nikki from Wild Fox Design Shop used my plaid brush with my ribbon set, and she just made the backs of her ribbon the plaid texture. So on how to do that is, let's see, let's grab a color orange, and I am just going to use my ribbon set here, and I'm going to do a quick letter. Okay, so here I have my ribbon set up already. I did my ribbon lettering. I colored in the backs of my ribbon. So I'm going to actually add a plaid design in this dark area. So what I would do is make sure I add a layer above that, add a clipping mask, change my color. Let's do a lighter color. And I'm going to grab one of the seamless brushes again. And I'm just going to color right over it. There you go. See now, if you notice that if I don't have the same pressure, it can be lighter in some areas. Like here I'm little pressure and then a lot of pressure on my Apple Pencil. So sometimes it's easier to use your finger and just use the same pressure as you're coloring it in. Next, if I didn't like that color, I wanted it a little bit more orange, what I can do is just alpha lock that and change that to a orange there. And so you see the lines are changing. So this was my black. And then if I change the color to orange, my lines are going to be orange. So that's just another way to use the plaid set and to use it with ribbon lettering, which is super fun. Another thing I want to go over is the two-tone. So the two-tone brushes work with the primary and secondary color. So say I wanted to use, we'll do a pink for my primary and maybe a blue for my secondary. I just want to make sure that I click on my primary color. I'm going to grab my two-tone brush, and as you can see, you automatically get the colorful lettering. So your lighter strokes, which are going to be usually your up strokes, is going to be your primary color. Your downstrokes with the most pressure is going to be your secondary color. And when your pressure is somewhat in the middle, it's going to be a mix of those two colors. So that's why we have a little bit of a purple. So let's, I'll show you with a whole word. We'll do hello. So you see, as I'm applying more pressure, it's becoming blue. As I'm going light with my Apple Pencil, it's that pink color. And when I'm in between, you get that purple. Now, if you see some of these overlapping areas, I'm not a huge fan of it. There's really no way to avoid it as you're lettering unless you work in layers. So if I'm doing the word art, we'll do something really short. And I'm going in for my T. You see it right there. So what you want to do is then, after I do my A and R, I'm going to add another layer. I'm going to bring in my T, add another layer to do my crossbar. And what now I can do is go in with my eraser and just erase that overlapping area. And this is what's great because you can do that since you're on a separate layer. So same here, I'm going to go down to the R, erase that. And now you have lettering with no overlapping areas. And then you just want to merge all the layers together so it's on one layer, and there you go. So that's basically it on how to use my plaid set. Of course, you can also just use it and letter with just one color, really simple, like that. You can also change maybe the colored backgrounds to get a really cool color. So you see how that kind of changed that section there versus the white darkened it a bit. So just play around with it, have fun, see what works for you. If you have any questions, just let me know. And if you're interested in purchasing this set, you can find me at hollypixels.com. Thanks again.